Hello kids, in today's class we are going to start with the exercise 7K, which is also based on the division questions, division of decimal numbers, and I hope you have done the homework which I gave you in the last class, which is based also on the same concept. So let's begin with the first question, which says divide A part. 42.8 42.8 with 10 and also 42.8 with 100. Okay, let's see. So kids, I'm picking this first. 42.8 has to be divided by 10. How can we write this 42.8? First of all, this 42.8, if I have to write in the form of a fraction, this is something like this, right? So this is the number which again has to be divided by 10. This is the number, this number, which has to be divided by again 10. So that means both of these, they are dividing 42 428. So this becomes 428 by 10 into 10, which can also be written as 428 by 100. Okay, so this is what is required. And now what we have to do is we have to change it to decimal form again. When we say that we have to change it to decimal numbers, that means we can write this as 4.28. Why? Because if we have two zeros in the denominator, we have to put the decimal after two places starting from the right? This we have learned. So this 42.8 is when we are dividing this with 10, it becomes 4.28. Right? See kids, I'm again telling you how we have done this. We took 48.8, it has to be divided with 10. I can write this 42.8 as 428 by 10. By 10 because now I'm removing this decimal. So I'm writing 10 in the denominator. So this expression 42.8 I have written as 428 by 10 in the form of a fraction. And now it has to be divisible by 10. So I'm writing it to be divided by 10. Now I can write this as 428. Both this is divisible by this 10 and is divisible by this 10 also. So this is 10 into 10. So it becomes 428 divided by 100. And when I'm changing it to decimal again, it will become 4.28. Why? Because we have two zeros in the denominator. Okay, so what I see here is the original number 42.8 is when divisible by 10, it has changed to 4.28. So I can say that this decimal point has been shifted to one place on the left, right? See, remember we have done in the case of multiplication that when we are taking any decimal number and we are multiplying it with 10, then it is changing to one place towards the right. When I was multiplying it with 100, then it was moving to two places on the right, and with 1000, three places on the right, and so on. So the opposite of it is in the case of division, that when we are dividing any decimal number with 10, then the decimal changes to one position on the left. Okay, and when I'm now the second part of it, this question, when I am dividing this with 100, then the decimal should be changed. This decimal should go where? This decimal now should move to two places, one place, second place, two places on the left. So it becomes 428. It should become 0.428. Okay, let us check if this happens or not. So now I'm taking 42.8 and dividing this with 100. This can be written as 428 by 10 to be divided with 100, right? So that means 428 is getting divided with 10 also, with 100 also. That means we have three zeros. So when I'm changing it back to decimal, it becomes 0.428, right? Why 0.428? Because we have three zeros. We are putting the decimal after three places starting from the right. So this can also be written as 0.428. Same thing is here. Okay, so that means that whenever we are dividing any decimal number with 10, it will move to one place left. When with 100, it will move to two places left. When with 1000 to three places left. Okay. So based on this, we have all these questions. I have taken first question A. Now let me erase this and let me take question number C now. Yeah. Question number C says 0.9 to be divided with 10. So now without solving, we are just going to see that what we have to do, we have to take this decimal one place to the left. That means it will become 0.09, right? Earlier we had 9, that means 9 by 10. Now we are dividing with one more 10, that means 9 by 100. 9 by 100 is equal to this also. Okay, if you want to check, you can do this, but simply we will apply this rule that when we are dividing a number with 10, the decimal will move to one place on the left. Okay, and now the other part of this is 9 divided by 100. So when we are dividing 9 with 100, that means in the denominator we have two zeros. So what we are going to do? 9, but we do not have any other number, so we are putting 0 here. This becomes 0.09. And if you solve this, this is the same thing which we have done here. Okay, so kids, I hope that you have understood how we are doing this. Now we have fill in the blanks. Question number 2, A part, it says 0.6 has to be divided with a number so that we get 0.06. Okay, so it says that we have 0.6 and we have to divide it with a number so that it becomes 0.06. That means here we have one more place. The decimal is now shifting to one place. See, it was here, right? It was here. Now we have 0.06. That means the decimal is shifting to one place on the left. One place on the left, because zero point 0.6 was also there, already there. Now it is moving to one place on the left. That means we are dividing this with 10. Okay, if you want to check, we can do this. 6 can be written, 0.6 can be written as 6.10. We have to divide it with something so that we will get 6 by 100 here. Okay, so that means we have to divide it with what? We have to divide it this with 10. If we are dividing this with 10, so we will get 6 by 10 and then one more 10, 6 by 100, which will be equal. Okay, so this is how, kids, we have to do this question. I'm just erasing this. It was for your understanding. So 0.6 has to be divided by a number so that 0.06 will get. That means we are shifting one place, right? So it is 1 followed by 1010. Next is next B part. We have 68.14 has to be divided with something so that we get 0.6814. So when we see this, these two numbers, they're already after decimal. Now this decimal is shifting to two places on the left. It is reaching here. See, it is 0.6814 now. That means we have to divide this with something which has two zeros. So it is 100. When we are dividing this with 100, it will shift to two places on the left. Okay, so we have done this. We have done this. Next two questions I'm leaving as a homework. They are very, very easy. Now, let's go to question number 3A part. It says, application in real life, solve using multiplication or division. Okay, the first part is, on a hiking trip, the hikers needed 1.7 liters of water each day. And if the trip is lasted for 10 days, how many liters of water did they carry? So what it is saying is that for one day, they are using 1.75 liters of water. If the trip is lasting for 10 days, then how much water is required? It is very simple. Amount of water will be multiplication of one day requirement into number of days, that is 10. Okay, so when we are multiplying this 1.75 with this, so that means what? That means we are shifting this decimal to one place on the right. So this will become 17.5 liters of water for 10 days. Right? Easy. Next, the Koshi family was visiting Delhi. They rode 11.5 kilometer a day for 3 days in the city. How many kilometers did they travel? Same thing. Per day, they are driving 11.5 kilometer, and for 3 days we have to do. So we just have to do the multiplication of these two numbers, right? So this is a homework for you. Next, we have Mr. Shah bought 1.7 meter of wire. Is the length of the wire Mr. Shah bought, and then he's cutting it into 8 equal pieces. What was the length of each piece? This is easy. The total length is given to us as 1.76, and we are cutting into 8 equal pieces. We have to find the length of each piece. That can be done by dividing, right? So let us divide. 1 is less than this, so we are considering 17. Since we are considering 17, we have a decimal here. We have to put it in the quotient also. Now, 8 into 2 will give us 16. Subtraction will give us 1. This 6 will go down, then 8 into 2 is 16 again. So that means the length of each piece of wire is length of each piece of wire is 0.22 meters, right? Easy. Next, the total weight of 9 identical gold ring is this. What is the weight of each ring? Again, this is very easy. We are given the total weight here. We are giving that the number of rings are 9. So we have to find the weight of each ring. What we'll have to do? We have to divide 40.5 grams with 9. Okay. So again, I'm just leaving this as a homework for you people. Okay. So with this, we have covered the division concept of decimals, and in the next class we are going to move further in this chapter. So I will see you all in the next class now. Thank you.